So it is Bible fairy tale time with the story of when Elisha raised a boy from the dead. So once upon a time, there was a woman whose child, her son, suddenly died. So she went to the prophet Elisha to ask for his help, and he sent his servant Gehazi to lay his staff on the face of the child, which, let's be clear, is not something that should ever be done to a child, and even with an adult, should only be done after getting express permission first. Now, when Gehazi did this, there was no sign of life in the boy. Presumably because the child, like so many children when it comes to religious men, had learnt that when a holy man lays his staff on your face or on any other body part, the best way to try to stop him is to just play dead, in the hopes that he's not a necrophilia guy, but instead is just your common, everyday, priestly pedophilia guy. Then Gehazi, completely frustrated as he was just a priestly pedophilia guy, went back to Elisha to tell him that the child was still dead. So then Elisha went to the dead boy, but insisted on being left alone with him, because there is nothing sinister about a holy man wanting to be left alone with a small child. Then Elisha prayed to God, presumably praying that nobody would find out what he was about to do next, because then Elisha lay on top of the child and placed his eyes on the child's eyes, his mouth on the boy's mouth, and his hands on the boy's hands, and let's be honest, probably lots of other body parts too, proving that if there is one thing worse than being touched by God, it is being touched by a man of God. Now, after Elisha had done all of this, at least a couple of times, the boy suddenly sneezed 7 times and opened his eyes, clearly alive once more. At which point Elisha climbed off the boy, no longer interested in him, because, you guessed it, Elisha was a necrophilia guy. Then Elisha told the woman that her son was alive and that she should take him home, but that she must do this by picking him up and carrying him home, which makes sense because, let's be honest, after what Elisha and his servant did to that boy, there is no way that he'd be able to walk.
I'm just the son of a carpenter, and I don't want anything from ya, except for your eternal love and devotion and guilt.